Hey everybody, this is Angie, also known as The Light. Welcome to my channel. If you haven't been to my channel before, I normally do narcissistic videos, but I'm going to be doing astrology videos also. So this is my second astrology video that I've done. The first video was about Leos because I'm a Leo woman, but I'm also a Scorpio moon. So being that it is Scorpio season, I decided to do a video on Scorpios because I love you guys so much. Not because my moon sign is a Scorpio, but because I attract a lot of Scorpios, men and women, lovers and friends. And I think I kind of know you guys. And I'm going to give it a try, basically. Okay, so the Zodiac Scorpio starts from October 23rd to November 22nd. Their element is water, so they're a water sign, along with Pisces and Cancer, and they're fixed water. Okay, so they're really stuck in their ways, and they could be headstrong and a little, not a little, but very demanding. Okay, but people find Scorpios to be very mysterious. I don't. And it's funny because I think Scorpios are one of the most popular zodiacs, okay? And I think what makes them so intriguing, why people are so curious about Scorpios, is because they come off mysterious. And it's not that they, to me, because I am a Scorpio moon, I have a lot of Scorpio characteristics. I don't really find them to be, so like mysterious or secretive in that sense. No, they could be secretive, but I don't find them to be mysterious. What I find Scorpios to be is in tuned. Okay, and that's why I love Scorpios, because I'm an empath and I do have spiritual gifts. So I'm able to read people's spirit, and I'm able to see certain things about people that maybe other people can't see, spiritually speaking. And I feel that all Scorpios came into this planet and they have those gifts, okay? Which makes them their ability to read people spirit first. And that's what's really crazy, because they're known to be freaks and sexual and whores or whatever people say about Scorpios, but honestly, the reason why I think they have sex with you fast is because sex is one of the easiest ways to read somebody spiritually. I don't think they're having sex with you just because they're sexual creatures. They're having sex with you fast because that is their way in reading you, okay? Because it's an energy exchange, okay? So, in order to feel your energy, to feel your spirit, I needs to get in you. Okay, so that's what Scorpios do. So that is their way of knowing, do I really want to deal with this person? And I think that's why they end up in a lot of situations where it's like, they had sex too soon, and then they're like, nope, I felt this person's energy, I felt their spirit, I'm not digging them, and they leave you. Okay. I've seen this time and time again. I've had Scorpio friends tell me, dang, it's been 6 months, you haven't had sex with them yet? I would have been going. And this is women even saying this, okay? So I don't really think like Scorpios are just like hoes or something like that. I think that they use sex to read people. Let me read whether they're a dark sided Scorpio, whether they're a light sided Scorpio. I think that also they're a sign that can have sex with somebody quickly and not judge that person and think, oh yeah, I met this person at the club, or I met this person at church, or wherever. They have sex with them that same day. They may still call you the next day. They may still, marry you. They're not thinking, oh, this person could just be so loose. No, because that's the way I feel they get to know a person, is through sex, okay? By that energy exchange. That's what I notice about Scorpios. I think being a Scorpio moon, in comparison to being a Scorpio sun, I think the ability of discernment is what I have, even though it, me growing up in an abusive home around narcissists kind of threw me off for a long time. But now that I'm healed and I'm in a stronger place spiritually, oh, my spidey senses be on. Okay. Okay, so there's been narcissists who have came into my life and they disappeared. Okay, really, really fast. And I think that Scorpios just have a very strong spiritual energy, and that's why their eyes are very piercing. Oh, you can tell Scorpio eyes from a mile away. I don't People say that I have powerful eyes or have Scorpio eyes. I don't think so. I think more of like a light is in my eyes, so to say. But Scorpios, you can usually tell how they feel, what they're thinking, where they're at spiritually, mentally at the moment through their eyes. Yes, that Scorpio stare can be very similar sometimes to a narcissistic stare. Okay, it's like when the Scorpio looks at you, they look at you and you feel like they're undressing you, or you feel like not just undressing you, physically, but they're undressing you from the depths of your soul almost. They're reading you. I've had Scorpios just come up close to me and just look me in the eyes, and I'm just like, why is he looking at me like this? And he's just staring at me, and he'll just lean back and then just stare at me. They're reading you. This is what they're doing, right? Especially the dark sided Scorpios. Whoa. One of the biggest narcissists I had in my life was a Scorpio, which was my ex-best friend. And that's another thing. Does narcissism affect people's zodiac sign? I believe narcissists still have zodiac characteristics, okay? So yes, my narcissistic ex-best friend was a Scorpio, and yes, he still had Scorpio characteristics, but they were intensified, okay? So here's what I love about Scorpios, okay? Whether it's a man or a woman. What you want, you go after it. And that is such a huge turn on. I love watching Scorpios get what they want. What they say, what they want, it happens. They speak it into the universe and it happens. If a Scorpio says, I'm going to get this car, they're going to get that car. No matter what it takes, they're going to get that. And I love that. Y'all have that power of that go-getter, that, what's the word? That ambition, that motivator. And that's the reason why I think Scorpios make great teachers, great leaders. I know a lot of personal trainers who are Scorpios, okay? Entertainers as well. But I really think that they're good with leadership, along, of course, with Leo. But I do think that Scorpios, because their presence, grabs attention of people, I think they'll make good teachers. And I'm actually seeing a Scorpio right now, and he's getting his master's, and he wants to be a teacher, and I think that's cool. Also, Scorpios are good. They could be good being a detective. Why? Because they have that sense in them, that spiritual sense, that spiritual spidey sense, and they nosy as hell too. Okay, Scorpios are nosy. They're gonna find out stuff. Okay, are Scorpios secretive? Yeah, I do think that Scorpios are secretive, but in their mind, they're not being secretive. They just not telling you everything. Okay, so when you're dating someone or you're friends with someone, you probably feel like, oh, I need to tell this person everything. No, a Scorpio does not view that. A Scorpio, you can learn from a Scorpio to keep some shit to yourself. And I love that about them, because I'm that way too. I don't think that I should tell my friends or my lover everything. And it's not that it's a secret. It's just that it's called personal business. That's it. And this can be difficult in relationships for Scorpio, because they're always looked upon as being a liar. And it's not that they're lying to you. They just didn't tell you. They really didn't feel that they had to tell you anything. Okay, so that's why they come off very secretive, and they could be really weird. Like, I was seeing a Scorpio once, and he didn't tell me he was a twin, and I was just like, when I found out through Facebook, I was just like, why wouldn't you not tell me you're a twin? That's major to me. That's major. But in their mind, they're really not thinking it. They're like, this information, why do you need to know? Do they answer questions very easily? No, they don't. And majority of the time, what I hear about Scorpios, people are like, Angie, how could you like Scorpios? They are so selfish, they're secretive, they're cheaters, they're this, they're that. Honestly, I think I appreciate the good. And I always said, if I can find me a Scorpio that is faithful, then I would be set. I'm not even gonna lie, I would be set. And I think I might have found somebody, but I'll keep you posted. So, um, I do think, because the Scorpio, they rule the genitals. Okay, because the Scorpio rules the genitals is why they come off as being extremely sexual. One thing I know about Scorpios when it comes to sex, they think a lot of weird, dark, twisted sexual things that they probably would never ever do or share. Okay, so they'll say, oh, Scorpios are freaks. The only thing I would say, I'm gonna be real with you, I have had sex with a Scorpio before, um, with more than one. I've never had a Scorpio like do something so crazy to me, or I couldn't handle them sexually. I think there sometimes could be a lot of talk and thought than action. One thing I will say is they're always ready to go. I never, was in the mood and the Scorpio rejected me. And even the Leo has stamina, the Scorpio has stamina too. So I've never had a Scorpio do something crazy to me sexually that I couldn't handle. I think they have a heavy sexual appetite. I think that they can have dark and twisted sexual thoughts. But as far as being like a freak, whatever the hell a freak is, I don't really think so. I mean, not to me. There's some people's like, oh, you a Scorpio? Oh, I know you a freak. I know some Scorpios who are just so lame sexually. That's just my opinion. I'm not coming for you. Maybe y'all have had some really freaky Scorpios, but I've never really came across them. They'll talk about it, but they're not about it in the bedroom. It was like weird for me. It was just like, yeah, we might have had phone sex, we've talked about it, you know, um, yeah, I want to do this to you, but when it actually came down to the act, it was pretty normal, you know, or maybe, Scorpios, they have these thoughts of what they want to do, but they maybe be afraid to tell their partners, like, look, this is what I want to do. But I've had some Scorpios tell me some real freaky stuff, or I've caught Scorpios looking at some real questionable porn. I'm not even gonna go into it, but especially dark sided. Now, I do think in every sign there is a dark sided, like a dark sided individual or a light sided. So if you do come across a dark sided Scorpio, I pray for you. I really do pray for you, because a dark sided Scorpio will change your life. They will change your life. They will make you question your sanity, okay? Because Scorpios can be manipulators. They have a lot of mind control, a lot of mind power. They're very seductive. Okay, they're very seductive, and they're the masters of seduction, and I don't see anything wrong with that. Like I said before, I think that we all can learn something from each sign. Okay, so with Scorpios, they may not be all that, but their seduction is on point. On point, okay? So that's the reason why I like them. I do think that um Scorpios should learn to be less um, what is the word? Vengeful. Yes, there you go. They could be very vengeful. And it's just petty. It could be petty revenge. Like I always have Scorpios, it could just be you threw something out. Say like you and a Scorpio went out to dinner and then you ate their leftovers. The Scorpio is gonna get you back for something petty like that. And it's like, really, 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 bruh? Really, sis? You're really going to like they'll wait until y'all go out and they'll eat your leftovers the next time you go out. It's like they collect every deed in their mind. Like they just have a storage. Oh, this person did this to me on September 19th, 1902. It's like, are you for real? So that's one thing I don't like about them. They're very petty, um, and they collect debt. And it's just like, get it out your system. Go ahead and do you. So once you get past that vengeful thing, they also have a thing where it's like, say if you're friends with a Scorpio and they introduce you to one of their friends that they have, from work or something, and you're a friend from church. They don't want their friend from work and their friend from church hanging out. They will be like, no, you're my friend, they're my friend, y'all two are not friends. Like, this is how possessive the Scorpio can be. And, in a sense, it's like, it's controlling, but to me, it's kind of sweet too, in a sense. They really be like, no, you belong to me. You belong to me. You're mine. And maybe I'm a little weird and I kind of like that. They don't, and they may not have been talking about you or talking shit about you to their other friends. They just don't like to be mixing everybody all up together. It ain't like a stew to them. They don't want to be, it's not like a soup. They don't want all their friends mixed up. You're over there, you're over there, you're over there. Now, are Scorpios cheaters? Like that is like the big thing that everyone talks about. I do think a great deal of Scorpios are cheaters. I find Scorpio women to be more faithful. One thing I see and notice about the Scorpio woman, when she's stuck on a guy or a girl who she's dating, she's stuck. She is stuck, and she could be there stuck for years. It's obsessive, and it's pretty damn sad. I'm gonna tell you that. I do know a lot of Scorpio women who are single mothers, along with the sign Libra. I don't know if that's just a coincidence, but I do think Scorpio women, they have a hint of masculine energy and feminine energy, which can be sexy because I think guys like girls who can be one of the boys but still wear a skirt and some heels. Okay, like one Scorpio I know is Eve the rapper. You have to Google her if you don't know her. I think that she has a hint of masculinity and femininity. I find that Scorpio women, even if they're go-getters, they like their partner to have money. I do think that a Scorpio woman would marry for money. I do think that a Scorpio man could be, a sugar baby. Okay, have a sugar mama or a sugar daddy. I do think so. They do like the finer things in life. And I like the Scorpio because I can take a trip with a Scorpio. I can say, let's go on vacation together, and they're ready to go hop on a plane and go with me. I've done that before with Scorpios, and we have a great time. I like that a Scorpio, they have their own unique style. Some people may find it to be matchy or tacky, but they love clothing and they look great, and they could be about the labels. Okay, Scorpios could be about labels. But if they're not about labels, they could be a little bit matchy or flashy, basically. But each sign could have, you know, uh, the type that is flashy and then the type that could just wear sweats. Now, I do notice that even if you see a Scorpio woman and she's wearing a dress with some heels, honestly, I feel most Scorpio women will prefer to be in sweats and a t-shirt and some sneakers. That's just something that I notice. Another thing I notice about Scorpios, and you may disagree with me, I know a lot of Scorpios who are bisexual. I don't know what that's about. Maybe it's just the Scorpios I know, but I do know Scorpio males who are bisexual and females who are bisexual. And they still are able to have no problem catching lovers regardless of their sexual choices or whatever, you know. So I just noticed that about them, and it's like a straight girl will be with a Scorpio man and find out he's bisexual, and she'll still deal with him. Um, what else I like about Scorpios? Let me see. I think I already talked about. I just feel like they're motivators. They're go getters. I think if you find a broke Scorpio, it's very rare. Okay, something happened. Because they just attract money, they attract opportunity, whether they decide to take it or not. And I feel that their sexuality and their energy and their psychic powers, okay, their natural psychic abilities that they come, their clairvoyancy that they come on earth with, that can make them money. Okay. So just them having that aura that people want to be around them will attract money, will attract opportunity to them. Um, so somebody had mentioned before, talk about a Scorpio empath. Honestly, I think that would be bomb. I don't know any Scorpio empaths, but a Scorpio being an empath, I think that is awesome. I think that is bomb because it's like having double clairvoyancy, you know, the one that you're born with naturally and then the one that you probably developed. You know, I just think that would be amazing. I would love to meet a Scorpio who's an empath. I think that their clairvoyancy is more powerful than mine, pretty much. Now, who do I think? I do know that a lot of Scorpios like Virgos, and I think because the Virgo is so organized and so um motivated, and so is the Scorpio. I think maybe Scorpio and Virgo would be great together. Leo and a Scorpio, I think, would be good for each other. They are a lot alike in many ways, even though they say, because Leo we're fire and Scorpio's water. You douse us out. But in order for the Leo and the Scorpio to work, I would say that the Leo would have to submit, especially if it's a Leo woman and a Scorpio man. She's going to have to submit because Scorpio likes it their way. And it could be a battle because Leo is a fixed sign and so is the Scorpio. So that means they're fixed in their ways. If you're dating a Scorpio, you're going to have to submit. Whether you're that man or that woman, you're going to eventually have to submit because they are the leader. They are the leader. I think they're ruled by Mars, okay? Being that Scorpio rules the genitals, I can see the Scorpios having no problem having children. And I've heard that Scorpios, because they rule the genitals and it's their power, they are to be careful. They are to protect themselves sexually because they're more prone to get diseases. Okay. So study what part of the body your sign represents. Okay. And take care of that area. I also think, and I've heard that Scorpios, because they rule the genitals, they're quick and they're prone to get sexual transmitted diseases. Okay, so Scorpios, don't be risky. Use protection. Protect yourself. Get tested regularly because Mr. Cancer over here may not catch something, but as soon as you go and do something, it may happen for you. And I do know Scorpios who have gotten diseases, okay, was in relationships and got gonorrhea, herpes, quick, fast, okay. So I've seen it with my own eyes. It's very true. What else? Oh, I do also think because of that mystical, that energy, that darkness, and I've heard this before, Scorpios can also be prone to um, demonic attacks. Okay, and I know this because my uncle that lives with me, he's a Scorpio, and he has demonic attacks. He has schizophrenia, which is not just a mental illness; it is a demonic, possession. These dark spirits attack you. Okay, so I do know a lot of Scorpios who dealt with depression and schizophrenia and all these different mental disorder, narcissism. I know majority of the Scorpios that I do know have dealt with some type of mental illness. Okay, so Scorpios, watch your mental health. Okay, and this is not to like tease you about it, whatever the case, because each sign deals with something. Okay, so I'm a Leo. We rule the heart. I have to make sure my heart is good. We also have back problems. I have to make sure my back is in line. So it's all we all have different things where we all suffer from different diseases, mental illnesses, and all these different things. Okay. Um, but I love you guys. I love Scorpios, and um, just calm down your controlness. Calm down your, being controlling and being defensive and um, possessive, okay? And don't put people on a pedestal. And I think also um, keep up, you have great discernment. You can choose and pick and see people, but don't use your power for evil, okay? Meaning, because a lot of times Scorpios can see the good in you. They're like, yeah, I'm gonna use her, I'm gonna use him. And I noticed that. Okay, so watch out with that. And I think that people should give Scorpios a chance. They're not, well, not all of them are assholes. Okay, they could be, they are a little difficult to deal with. I'm not gonna lie, they could be difficult to deal with. But let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell y'all a secret. Once they trust you, you got them. You got them. Forget about them loving you. Scorpios have issues with trust and abandonment. That's the secret. Sorry, Scorpios, I have got to tell you a secret. Scorpios have trouble with trust issues. They don't trust very easily, and they do not deal with abandonment. Okay? So don't let the goal be, oh, I'm gonna get this Scorpio to love. No. Get that Scorpio to trust you first before they love you, because once they trust you, the love will come after. And sometimes it can take a long time. And I have gotten Scorpios to trust me. Okay, and you'll know when the Scorpio trusts you. There's going to be certain things that they're going to share with you, that they're going to do for you. Okay, they will protect you. And the Scorpio doesn't like to be left. They don't like to be abandoned, whether it's by their mother or by their lover. One thing I love about Scorpios too is their longevity. Okay, whether the relationship is healthy or not, they just not gonna pick up and leave you like that. They don't budge on just any little thing that happens. Like today, I feel my generation gives up too easily when it comes into relationships, that they don't have that lasting power in relationships like our grandparents did. And I love that about Scorpio, because I'm the same way. Just because I have an argument with you, just because I told you something I didn't like, doesn't mean that we're about to break up. And I love that about Scorpio, because we will argue, we will fight, and then 5 minutes later, Scorpio will be like, wanna go get something to eat? I'm like, yeah, let's go get something to eat. I love that about you guys. You're not punks. You're not suckers when it comes to emotional. Y'all are up for the fight. You were up for the challenge, okay? You're up for that challenge, and I love that, because I can be tough, okay? And you will debate, and you have no problem saying what's on your mind. You have no problem defending, but I'm telling you, when you get a Scorpio to trust you and love you, they will love you forever. They do not love. They may sleep with you quickly, but they will not trust you quickly and they will not love you quickly. I think the women probably fall faster than the male Scorpios, but they like that friendship and they gotta feel that they can trust that woman or that man in order to be with you, in order to even be your friend, okay? So I think y'all should give Scorpios a chance. They're really not that bad, I promise you. If you can find you a light-sided Scorpio, you have a long-term friend or lover. They will definitely keep in touch. Majority of the Scorpios that I know, even if I've dated them years ago, they still like will hit me up like, "Hey Angie, how you doing? What's going on? I was thinking about you." Once they love you and they care for you, they don't care if you got married. They be like, "So I'm here." They probably will end up being your side piece, your mistress or whatever. That's how they just don't leave, okay? Like, I've never had a Scorpio leave me. I had to leave them. I'm going to be real with you. So, hopefully you like this video. I'm going to do more videos on zodiacs, and happy birthday Scorpios, and keep being great. That's all I have to say. Peace.